Hey class, welcome to Research Writing. This video is mainly on computation of the Context Validity Index, which is a crucial aspect of research. In this short presentation, we'll be looking into what is the Context Validity Index, what is the procedure or step-by-step process in doing or calculating the Context Validity Index, and we'll have a sample computation of this. What is a context validity index? They say choosing the wrong research tool is like using a ruler to measure temperature. It won't give you the right answers. So if you use the instrument tool for certain study or research, which is not validated, you would most likely fail or not succeed on your data gathering collection. That means failure also of your research process. Content validity index is an evaluation. It is a process used to assess how well a test or instrument covers all relevant parts of the topic, construct, or behavior it aims to measure. So if it does not measure what it needs to measure, your research data collection would be a failure. So what is the process of doing context validity index? First step is ensuring content validity is to carefully define the body of knowledge or behaviors that the test represents. And this involves identifying the construct or topic that the test aims to measure and defining the relevant aspects of that construct. So we've already learned this part of the content validity, which is defining the testing universe, where we use this clarity and validity assessment for. So in here, we especially put the objectives of the study, the question that we are to measure. So for example, in this tool, what is the profile? Then the following items would be here, and then we have a clarity assessment and the validity assessment or the relevance assessment. For the computation of your content validity index, we only use this part of the tool, the relevance or the validity index, where we have the response formats 4, 3, 2, 1, which is for very relevant but needs minor revision, unable to assess relevance without revision, not relevant, and important part here are the comments and suggestions. For the next steps, we need to collect data from the experts, so which we've already done. The experts in the field should be consulted to evaluate the content validity of the test, and these experts should have the knowledge and experience in the area being tested and should be able to provide feedback on the relevance and representativeness of the test items. And we have here the 4 most relevant qualifications for a content validity evaluator. Of course, they should be subject matter experts. The evaluator should have in-depth knowledge and expertise in the field or domain being assessed. Next is research experience. The evaluator should have experience in research methodology, including design and evaluation of measurement instruments, and this experience enables them to understand the principles of content validity and apply appropriate evaluation techniques. Third is familiarity with the content validity guidelines. The evaluator should be familiar with established guidelines and best practices for assessing content validity, and this includes understanding the steps involved in content validity evaluation, such as collecting data from the experts, calculating content validity indices, and interpreting the results as well. And of course, most importantly, analytical skills. The evaluator should possess strong analytical skills to critically evaluate the content of the measurement instrument, and they should be able to assess the alignment between the test items and the objective or the construct being measured and identify any gaps or redundancies and make informed judgments about the content validity of the instrument. Before we go to the third step, we'll look into the difference between ICVI, which stands for Item Level Content Validity Index, and SCVI, which is Scale Level Content Validity Index. ICVI is calculated for individual items in a measurement tool. For example, you have 10 items, so you will be computing 10 item level content validity index. For scale level content validity index, this is calculated for the entire measurement tool, not just the individual items. In short, this is the average or the mean of these ICVI or the mean of the CVRs for each item on the tool. CVRs means content validity ratios for each item on the tool. So the third step is calculation of the content validity index, both the ICVI and the SCVI. So for the ICVI, this is computed as the number of experts giving a rating of 3 or 4. So 3, if we go back to the tool for the clarity and validity assessment form, 3 stands for quite relevant and 4 for highly relevant. So those that gave only 3 or 4 are computed to the relevancy of each item divided by the total number of experts. So for example, if you have a panel of 15 experts evaluating one item and 10 of them rated the item as 3 or 4, quite relevant or highly relevant, the ICVI would be calculated as follows. So 10 over 50, that would be 0.67. For the scale level CVI, this is calculated for the entire measurement tool, as said a while back. So it is the mean of the ICVIs for each item on the tool. So if you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items, for example, this is the tool you have with 5 items, and their ICVIs are 0.80, 0.85, 0.90, 0.95, and 1. The SCVI would be calculated as follows. So you have all the ICVIs all over 5, which is the number of items. So the average or the mean, which gives you 0.90. So fourth is the interpretation of the content validity index. So this varies according to the number of experts. So if you have 2 experts, the content validity index value should be at least 0.80. Those with 80 and above will be acceptable, and those with CVIs with below 80 would be rejected, or they could have revisions so that they could be reassessed and have a CVI of 1 or more than 0.80 to be accepted. For 3 to 5 experts, all should be 1. So that means all those with CVIs below 1 would be rejected. And if at least 6 experts, that means 6 and above, at least 0.83. Okay, so let's try the computation process. So I have here a sample validation. We have 10 items for the tool, and we have 5 content validator experts. So we have here already their ratings. Only the ratings for the relevance will be put here. So we have here 3, 4, 3, 4. We have, if you can still remember, in our clarity and validity assessment form, we have ratings 1 to 4. So you can put it here, the ratings of your experts. So you have here, for example, for item 1, we have 3, 4, 3, 4, 3. And remember, for ICVI, only those with agreement, only those with 3 or 4 relevant rating will be considered. So you can see here for item number 1, all of them have relevant rating. So 3, 4, 3, 4, 3. So we put here 5. This is 5. So for number 2, same 3, 3, 4, 4, 3, 5. For number 3, 5 as well. Same for number 4, number 5, number 6. But for number 7, we have 2 here. So we have only 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. For number 8, we have below 3. So we have only 1, 2, 3. Here also, we have 1, 2. So we have 4. And here we have 4. So we will be down with this Excel form. So this one, we have here the number of agreement already. For the computation of ICVI, if you can remember, it's the number of agreement all over the number of your expert validators. So here, using the Excel form that I'll be giving you, you have here the number of agreement, which is this one, all over 5, which is the number of experts. So you have to drag the Excel to get all the ICVI for all items. So you will see that items 1 to 6 have an ICVI of 1. And if we have 5 experts, should be 1. So this would be retained. For items 7 to 10, which is 0.8, 0.6, 0.8, 0.8, these should be revised and should also be validated again so that you will have a 1 to be retained. For the computation of your SCVI, so this is just the average of your ICVI. So if you're using an Excel sheet, it will be equals average of parentheses from this one drag to this one. And for this example, you will have a total of 0.9, and it says here that it should be 1. So again, you have these items to revise or to eliminate. So we talked about what the content validity index is, what is the step-by-step procedure in computation when doing the process of content validity index, and also we had a sample computation for this. So that's it for the basics of CVI. Thanks for watching.